On the field the entire game against Nebraska, one of only 2 or 3 players after everybody got a chance to play for the most part. Was that something you're kind of used to coming back from high school? Was that a new experience?
Yeah, no, it wasn't a new experience. In high school, I would play almost 90 minutes every single game, and club, same with that, I would play 90 minutes, so it wasn't new. It was actually new to be subbed off in a half coming in as a freshman, but it's great. Yeah.
But the way that Rob likes his outside backs to be very mobile up and down the field, it's something that you see why the thinking is like it is to get them off?
Yes, definitely. It's definitely taxing going up and down all game long, so it makes sense to sub and get a break before second half or before each half, during each half, and come back and then be stronger for the next half, and yeah.
Up in the Toledo area, Ann Arbor and Toledo about an hour apart. I'm guessing this is one of the games against Michigan that you had highlighted.
Yeah, I'm so excited because it's 45 minutes from my house, so everybody from my high school team is coming, a lot of parents I know and friends, everybody's going to be there. So there's going to be a ton of Purdue fans, so it's going to be awesome, and I'm just really excited to see everybody and show everyone what Purdue soccer is about.
Is it fair to say maybe 15 games into your first year that maybe you don't feel like a freshman anymore?
Yeah, wow, you just said 15 games, I didn't realize it's been that many games. Yeah, I don't. Everybody here has been made me feel really comfortable, and I feel like I can talk to anybody about anything, and on the field I'm really connecting with a lot of the upperclassmen, so I don't really feel like a freshman, and the seniors aren't, any of the upperclassmen never really made us feel like we were lower than them. So yeah, as the season's progressed, we've just gotten closer, and yeah, I don't really feel like a freshman, I guess.
Impact some freshmen have had for your side. Talk to Maddy, Megan. Just kind of what can you say about coming in your first year and having that kind of role?
You know, it's really, really difficult. It's, you know, I think the biggest challenge is if there's responsibility placed on them as freshmen. And I feel like, you know, you look at Megan Kaser, Michaela Lasky, Maddy Williams, they aren't necessarily the focal point for what we do. And I think they benefit from that, in that Lasky's allowed to do what she does well, head, tackle, be committed. You know, she's got the grit and that battling mentality. Megan Kaser will get forward, she can distribute the ball, but none of them are having to be the leader per se of the unit. You know, for Maddy, it's a bit different. That falls upon her to score goals, and that's dramatically different, you know, level of pressure. But at the same time, I think we've got some kids that create. You know, Alex Harrison and Hadley Stewart really have done a fantastic job of turning corners, taking on a second, third defender, drawing defenders, and opening up Maddy for shooting. But what Maddy does well is finish, and she's been able to convert on most of those opportunities. But what we haven't placed the responsibility for being the leader of the team on them, and therefore I think that's what's allowed them to flourish within and just performing a role. I believe that the most difficult thing for a freshman to do is to come in and not only play, but to have be a leader and have to set the tone, because there's such a dramatic difference in the game from, you know, playing high school and club and coming in and playing the college game, that if you do that, oftentimes you see those players start to crumble, break, physically, mentally, as the course of the season goes on, as that pressure builds and everything. But hopefully we've insulated the girls from that with a great senior leadership, some quality players in and around them, and made it where they can just go play soccer and play the game that they love. And I think so far they've done a really good job at that.
Yeah.
Really, since the start of Big Ten, you've taken over as the main corner kick person, playing corners in. Does it matter left or right side of the field, the way you set them up and the way you approach them?
Well, basically, when I'm taking them and I can like curve the ball in is what I like, is like when my corners are the strongest. So I like taking them from the left corner, if it feels this way, and like when I can in swing it, but and then that way I can just kind of get it more so it's going to the back post, so that if all the players do miss it, it's kind of curving back post anyway, so it has a chance to go in. But yeah, but that's.
Growing up, I imagine, you know, you want to score goals, you want to be the goalkeeper maybe. Mm-hmm. Corner kicks are maybe some lost in the shuffle a little bit. How did you know that you were good at them eventually?
I've been taking them. I took them in high school. I've taken free kicks, which kind of got me ready for corner kicks, and well, vice versa. So I just kind of knew. I mean, I have a big foot. I've always had a big foot. I've scored goals from outside the 18 before, so I know I can put balls in the net and put balls in the box.
You know, the team last chance to bounce back after a really tough loss, they did it nicely. 3 straight 1-0 wins after that. Mm-hmm. So you have that in your back pocket. I mean, how do you do that again?
Yeah, I mean, Friday was definitely a tough loss. We were really positive going into it, and we thought that we had that game under our control, and there were opportunities that we missed. So it's kind of just one of those where you just have to forget it and just move on. And we've been really coming out hard at practice this week. So that's pretty much all you have to do is come out really hard at practice and really focus on your next opponent. So we're all really focused for Friday. So as long as we stay focused and keep working hard tomorrow on Thursday, we should be fine.
Getting a chance to bounce back after a tough loss. The team has a little bit of precedent of doing it well after the Penn State game. What can you take from that experience?
I just think that the loss is a big learning experience. I think that like we learn from failure, and I think that we can learn to not make the mistakes we made in the Nebraska game, and I think it gives us some momentum actually going into this weekend because we don't want to play like we did last Friday, and we want to come up with 6 points. Good. I'm really happy that I can contribute and really put everything I have on the table, because being on the bench, it really aggravates me, and I want to get in and I want to help. So I'm so glad that now I have the opportunity to work as hard as I can and help with corner kicks, because that's huge, I think. And then I think it's been really good, and I was really surprised actually that I've been starting as much as I have. But hey, as long as I keep working hard, I guess it'll keep happening. So.
Michigan State, I've had the opportunity of watching 3 of their games on film. And they've got a good side that combines well, probably missing a goal scorer, probably missing that final punch, the ability to put the ball in the back end of that. But certainly I think a team that can possess the ball plays in a 4-3-3, so we're playing effectively a mirror image of ourselves, a single D mid, 2 attacking mids. So it could be a wide open game going forward. For us, I think, hopefully a separation point is our ability to get around and turn the corner, isolate some of their backs, create some 2v1s versus them, get in front of them in the box and, convert on some goal scoring chances, which, we struggled a bit over the past week in doing so. But it's a quality side. If you look beyond that into what the matches comes up on Sunday, certainly, I think all of our focus this week has all been about Michigan State. Then we'll talk about Michigan come Saturday. You're talking about a quality side. The players front to back, side to side. They've got quality players on the side, and certainly I think they're having a fantastic season. But they do have some blemishes on their record. Some results. I've talked to the Butler coaching staff about how they approach the game and everything, and it's a side that certainly isn't infallible as we go and approach the game. But certainly 2 difficult places to play, and teams, and it's a massively important weekend for us.
What has Michigan done specifically to get themselves 2 road wins at teams as good as Nebraska and Penn State?
They're very organized. Like I said, they've got talent and they're athletic. Front to back, and certainly, their result against Penn State, I think, the shot totals are like 22-7, something like that. So they're still being, overall dictated play. Penn State's owning the game, but not able to convert chances. Just reading the quotes by, Greg, he said, certainly Penn State had a couple sitters that they missed, good opportunities. But he said, Michigan had created as well. And certainly we felt that coming off of our Penn State game is that, we still were capable, I think, a time or two. We were dangerous going forward. It was their ability to put the ball in the back of the net that truly was the separator in that game. But for us, it's a Michigan team that's going to be organized. We've had the opportunity to play them twice in the last 12 months, played a spring match against them as well. We got a result against them this last spring, and certainly I think that'll be an edge for our players in going forward in confidence. But it's a good side, front to back. There's not really a weak link on their team, so we're going to have to make every opportunity that we get.